Welcome to the channel. I'm Dwayne the Success King, and I'm here to help you align your credit, business, and life so that the money begins to flow. One of the things that I believe to be extremely important if you are going to be successful in life is you've got to understand investing. Today, I want to talk about three ETFs that you absolutely want to get in. This is my 2026 early update as far as ETFs, and I'm going to start off today because I want to make sure you really understand what I mean when I say ETF. So we're going to start by talking about, first and foremost, what is an ETF. And I'm going to give you a definition right here. And it says it is an exchange traded fund, pulls a group of securities into a fund, and can be traded like an individual stock or exchange. It also says an exchange traded fund is a basket of securities that trades on an exchange just like a stock. But in addition, ETF share prices fluctuate throughout the trading day, unlike mutual funds, which only trade once a day after the market closes. ETFs offer low expense ratios and fewer brokerage commissions than buying stocks individually. So when you just look at it to see what is an exchange traded fund on a bigger picture here, it says an exchange traded fund is an investment fund that holds multiple underlying assets. It can be bought and sold on an exchange, much like an individual stock. ETFs can be structured to track anything from the price of a commodity to a large and diverse collection of stocks, even specific investment strategies. So that's what an ETF is. Now, in addition to knowing what an ETF is, I want to make sure you get a picture of what the stock market has been making year over year over the last few years. And I'm going to look specifically at the S&P 500, which is the Standard & Poor's 500. It's the 500 largest companies in the United States. Now, for the S&P 500, as far as what has been made, in 2014, it was 5.46%, 2015, 1.38, 2016, 11.96, 2017, 21.83, 2018 was a down year, negative 4.38, 2019, major, 31.49, 2020, 18.40, 2021, 28.71. So this is what, if you have invested in the S&P 500, this is what your return was in that time frame. In addition, 2022, it was negative 18.11. 2023, it was 26.29. And then 2024, it was 15.44. So we see that there has been just 2 years since 2014 that the S&P 500 was negative. Primarily, we've seen tremendous growth in the stock market on a consistent basis. But what I want to tell you is that annualized, it's 12.8% growth that we've seen in the stock market over the last 10, 11 year period. Now, I want to talk about three ETFs that I believe you're going to want to invest in, remembering that the annualized return is 12.8%. So let's begin with the first one that I want to see you investing in, and that is VOO. VOO. It is very, very important. It's the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. I'm going to start with an overview. When we come to an overview, I'm going to come down to performance. And in performance, we see year one is 12.80. 5 years is 13.23. 10 years is 15.58. And since inception is 14.50. And it was launched September the 7th of 2010. It's issued by Vanguard. Let's look at the holdings. What's in this ETF? There are 518 different companies being held in this one ETF. Now we get to look at the sectors. Technology is 33%. Financials is 12.21%. Consumer discretionary is 10.36%. Healthcare is 9.37%, and then it goes down. When we look at the countries that are involved, 99% of this is the United States. The asset class, stocks, is mostly 99.92%. Now, let's look at the actual companies involved in this. The top 25, we'll go through a few of these. NVIDIA is 7.83%, or there's, as you can see, a lot of shares. Apple is 6.46%. Microsoft is 5.39%. So when you invest in the ETF, you don't have to invest in the individual stock. You buy the ETF and you get that stock. Then we've got Amazon, Alphabet, Broadcom, Meta Platforms, Tesla, and Berkshire Hathaway to round it out. So that's what's in it. But let's look at the history. In its history, back in September of 2010, it was $103.06, and February, it's $629.89. We have seen tremendous growth in this ETF over time. It is worth paying attention to. Again, this is VOO. It is one that I tell people you always want to be invested in VOO. Next is SPMO, and you don't want to miss this. This is critical if you're going to be successful. This is Invesco S&P 500 Momentum ETF. Let's go to the overview. In the area of performance, 1 year, 15.89. Now remember, the standard for the market is 12.8. 5 years, 17.68. 10 years, 18.78. Since inception, it is 17.55. So it has always outperformed the stock market, and you don't have to guess. You put your money here, and you just keep putting it, and you just let it wait. Let's look at the holdings. It's got 102 holdings. The top 10% of the holdings hold 50% of the money. That's very interesting. So technology is 24.31%. Financials is 19.23%. Consumer discretionary is 15.29%. Communication services are 14.44%. And then it goes down from there. By country, we can see the United States companies, 99.63%. China is under 1%. Now, let's look at the history. The history of this, if we go back to October 5th of 2015, it's at $25.19. It is now $118.50. And this is very, very critical. Let's give you my third recommendation, and it is Invesco S&P 500 Equal Weight ETF, or RSP is the ticker symbol. Let's go to the overview. In the overview, we're going to see 1 year, 13.35, 5 years, 10.11, 10 years, 12.92. Since inception, it's 11.19. Now, I want to tell you that something has kicked that is tremendously beneficial as to why I'm recommending this now. 508 companies in its holdings, and the top 10% only make up 3% of the money, so that means it's spread out pretty well. Industrials here are 15.77, financials are 14.84, technology is 13.78, and then healthcare 11, and it goes down from there. But we look at countries. This again, United States is 98.82. Then we've got some others that are lower in number. When we look at history, this is tremendous. We're going to see April of 23, $26. Now we're up to $202.87. What am I suggesting to you? I am suggesting that you want to be in an ETF. If you want to just simply keep investing, making money, and not having to go through all of the dramatics that some people go through in trying to make money, I am telling you right now, this is the place that you want to be. You want to put your money in an ETF that is going to make you the money that you ultimately deserve to make, want to make, should be making, and this is what's going to take you in an absolutely strong place. Now, what I want to do is I want to do something here that is going to help you. We're going to show you something that I really think as an investor you have got to invest in, and that's gold. Something that I want you to see. This is iShares Gold Trust Micro ETF. It's IAUM is the ticker symbol. Now listen, I've given you 3. This is an absolute bonus. This bonus, there's a reason why I'm doing this, because of what's happening right now in the markets. Now, this year it's 68.06. Since inception is 24. I'm telling you where we are as an investor, someone who wants to build wealth over time. One of the things you want to make sure you have is something in the area of gold in your portfolio. And this, to me, is an absolutely strong place. Year to date, we're already at 12.58%, and we're just in February. You are doing yourself a disservice if you don't quickly get involved and hold it. And keep, as you put into the stock market, also invest in this particular type of ETF. IAUM is gold, because gold is an absolute safety for people who are in stocks or who are in cash equivalents. It's a safety net. It's a place where you want to be so that you can make sure you are getting the best out of your investment. So we want to look at what have we told you today that we think you should be doing. Number 1, I'm going to let you see them again. VOO. You got to do VOO and hold it forever. Second one, SPMO. Get it and hold it forever. Thirdly, RSP. This is an equal weight. I don't know that you hold this forever, but I'm telling you, it is going to do you great to get into it in 2026. And then I showed you how to make sure to get some gold in your portfolio with IAUM. Listen, I am absolutely glad. Now people say, well, if I want to invest in these, how do I do it? Well, one thing you can do is go over to public.com. Public, PUBLIC.com. Set you up a brokerage there. You can begin with $1 investing, and I'm not getting anything from them. It's not something that I'm linking to for an affiliate purpose. It's simply just one in all my classes that I teach. I teach people to go there because it's a great place to begin investing. Listen, if you're going to build wealth consistently, in addition to getting your credit straight, getting this business structured right, making sure that the clutter issues of life have been dealt with, you want to make sure you're investing. So periodically, I'm going to be dropping things in the area of ETFs or stocks, places where you should be putting your money so that you can build the wealth that you should have as the days go by. Well, it's been my pleasure to share this with you on today. Listen, public.com, get there, get started. I don't care if it's $5 a week. You've got to do this. Get this going so that you've got money. Not only are you going to go work for it, money now begins to go work for you. You be blessed. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share it with someone so that they can get the benefit out of this great information just like you. Be blessed.